Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? I don't know what's going on with YouTube where my emotes don't work like they used to. So, like, whenever I put a smile at the end of my till next time peoples, like I would normally type it out, apparently certain emoticons are not working on YouTube right now. Not only that, but man, it's just been one massive storm in the world of games, one after the other, and it's like it's it's crazy. First, you got the whole debacle that's going on with Gotham Knights and not having like a performance mode, but still selling it for $70. Then we have this whole matter, this whole big controversy that's going on with the original voice of Bayonetta not being paid what she's owed as a voice actor and asking people to boycott the entire game. It's like, it's just a massive storm. And it's, I've been thinking about the Bayonetta thing for a while now, ever since I found out about it like last night. And it's like, it's a shame that things like this is happening in the gaming industry. And it's crazy. It really is crazy. Now, I myself still intend to play Bayonetta 3, but with the whole situation, it doesn't make the experience feel any better. But I will say this, though. There's definitely more going on than we're being told. But you guys are not here to hear me talk about what's going on in game controversies. You are here to see me react to One Piece. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another... Hold on. See, when I get home late because there's certain things going on at my church, I tend to forget that certain things are not turned on, and then I gotta take care of Kenzo whenever I come home. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, all that happened to Ogata-san. It's quite a bit. And she's asking people to completely boycott the game and not buy the game at all because she, the original voice of Bayonetta, was only offered $4,000 for the whole role of being Bayonetta again in Bayonetta 3, where she has apparently been replaced by Jennifer Hale. Now, a lot of things are not really making sense because Jennifer Hale, just as a voice actor, is a bigger voice actor than Helena Taylor. So it just begs the question, Jennifer Hale would probably cost more to have. And they got her. And so I'm just kind of wondering what is going on behind the scenes. There's definitely more going on behind the scenes of this whole thing that's being led on. So I don't know. I'm still going to play the game, not based on purely like on a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm just saying the whole situation is just terrible. It really is. It's not going to make me playing through Bayonetta 3 all the better. But it's good to see everyone here. Like I said, let me not bring down the mood for everyone here. It's just like this, it's crazy about games right now. I mean, games are supposed to be fun and supposed to take us out of drama. And it's supposed to let us just take a break from reality. And it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And me being a person who wants to get into the voice acting industry, seeing this sort of thing happen, it's like something to be wary of. But it's good to see you, Ravi. Good to see you, Ogata-san. Good to see you, Kohagen. Good to see you, Neil. Good to see you, Psycho. Good to see you, CJ. And good to see you, Ozzy. Let's go ahead and get started with today's chapter. I know I'm not trying to undermine the whole situation with her and everything, but it's just like, wow, what is going on? But last we left off, the Straw Hats explore more of Egghead Island, and we see a futuristic area that is just full of holograms and everything. We find out that Jewelry Bonnie is apparently the daughter of Kuma, and she wants to get revenge on Vegapunk for what he did to Kuma. We find out that Vegapunk has somehow managed to split his entire personality, his mind, into 6 separate androids that carry one distinct personality, a la Father from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And then we find out that CP0, led by Rob, Lucci, Kaku, and Stussy, are on their way with a Seraphim Pacifista version of Kuma heading to Egghead to come and eliminate Vegapunk, because for some reason, the world government no longer sees Vegapunk as a valuable asset anymore. So it's just one big massive confusion after the other, and now we cut to chapter 1063, My Only Family, and we cut to Germa's An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 21, Pudding's Been Abducted. I don't think Chocolate Town was melted. I think it was frozen. Because we have Cracker. We have Cracker here, frozen stiff. We have Cracker here, frozen stiff as he's laying on the ground, reaching forward, but he's frozen. I was thinking in my head, there's no way that this whole town is frozen, because there's only one person I know that is capable of freezing entire landscapes. But I don't want to think it's him. But apparently the town is in fact frozen. And that includes Cracker as well. But also we have Brûlée, who's in the background as she's crying about Pudding being taken. First we got Vivi being kidnapped and abducted. Now we have Pudding, who's been abducted. What is going on? I'm so confused. But now we cut back to this chapter. As we have Jewelry Bonnie, we have Chopper, who looks like he's in his kung fu point because he ate that much food, and Luffy, who are all just laying back after stuffing themselves full of food. And then it cuts to Jewelry Bonnie, who says, that was so good. And then Luffy goes, when is everyone else gonna get here? And then Chopper goes, they'll be amazed when they see this food machine. Except for Sanji, he'll be mad. Yeah, because it kind of puts Sanji's usefulness as a cook just into question, because there's a machine that can pretty much do what Sanji does, like, automatically. And then it cuts to Atlas, Vegapunk Atlas, who says, you sure ate your fill. All 4 of you are stuffed to bursting. And then Jinbei goes, no, I always look like this. Because Jinbei, he's a double wide. So, but everyone else is about as wide as Jinbei right now. No, I always look like this. And then we have what looks to be like a little robot dog coming up behind them, and he just starts eating all the plates and all the scraps that the 3 of them left behind, like plates and scraps and bones and everything. It just starts eating all these things, and it's just, barking. And it's called the Recycollie. It's a collie dog. It's a robotic collie, but it's called the Recycollie. And then, as they start walking off, as apparently in that same instance, they all shrunk down to size, because Luffy, who was about as big as Jinbei, is suddenly back to his thin state again. So, these people burn fat like crazy. But it cuts to Atlas as she goes, well, I gotta go. Need to get back to my job. Violence. And then I guess they're looking confused at her saying, like, her job is violence. And then she goes off and she goes to punch the hologram dragon because of the uniqueness of her fist that allows her to actually physically touch the dragon. She just jets off and she goes punch the dragon in the face again. And then Jewelry Bonnie is just standing there like, what? What kind of job is that? And then it cuts to what looks to be like little kids walking behind the crew, and Chopper goes, what are those? And then Jewelry says, well, I need to call her Bonnie. And Bonnie says, well, it's a research lab. Maybe they're researchers. And then Jinbei says, there was no one here before, but now the town's full of people. Perhaps they were unaware of us before. And then it cuts to Bonnie, who says, they're wearing heavy clothes for such a tropical place. And then it cuts to Luffy as he screams out, Luffy! What the? And then it cuts to Luffy, who's apparently, it cuts to Luffy, who's in new clothes. Like, he has futuristic clothes on. Like, he has, like, the boots that Atlas wears, and he has, like, a full-on overcoat that has SSG at the bottom of it. So it's a new it's a new set of clothes that Luffy can wear. Wow, it's so light, though, and breezy. Cool. Wait, where did you get that outfit?
outfit,
says either Bonnie or Chopper. And then Luffy points in one direction, holding a whole thing of meat as he goes in there. And it's a chamber marked fashion at the top.
They give you food and clothes? Perfect. The salt water had me feeling oily.
And then she's just putting in her preference. Bonnie's putting in her preference with the keypad, and she goes,
my preference? Combat gear. I can take them off myself.
And then she pops out, and now Jewelry Bonnie has a brand new set of clothes, along with Jinbei and Chopper. And she has, like, on some combat gear, some futuristic android combat gear. Like, you know that one girl from Star Radio or Star Radio 9, whatever that video game was where the news reporter in space and it was a dance rhythm game. I forget the exact name of the game. Her whole setup reminds me of that. And she's dressed in different clothes now, but they're futuristic looking.
Hey, it is light. These shoes make me feel like I'm floating on air.
And then Jinbei apparently changed his clothes as he's just chilling out in a tropical Hawaiian shirt now. And he's got shoes on as well. Jinbei's got shoes. Good thing they had a tropical pattern. It makes for a better disguise. Not that we're really incognito here.
I'm in the future!
And Chopper has like a full helmet that envelops his head and also contours to his antlers as well. And he's dressed up in like a futuristic suit as well. And then Bonnie goes,
all right, I'm gonna go rustle up some weapons and put the screws to Vegapunk. So long!
And then someone up top screams out saying, hey, wait. And then Luffy says, I see the bear.
A bear?
I wonder if he's looking for us, or is it my imagination? And then we get what appears to be Kuma. This individual that's walking past all these other people that's suddenly inside of this room right now looks exactly like Kuma. But his whole suit is patterned off of all the rest of the people that are here on this island, and it has police across his chest. I know I did it in the wrong direction because police was read out that way from left to right, but he has like a full getup like he's a law enforcement individual, but it's still Kuma because it still has his hat with ears, at least policeman-like, but it still has ears on his helmet, on his hat, and of course he has long hair. And then Luffy goes, let's move, he's gonna run. So Luffy's using Future Sight to see what this guy's about to do. And then immediately, this police Kuma starts barreling towards the crew. And then he opens, he's a pacifista! He's a pacifista! He opens up his mouth, and then he fires a laser in the direction of the crew.
It's a laser cannon!
Eating without payment, theft of clothing.
Huh? We needed money for that?
And Bonnie looks back.
But it just popped out when I kicked the machine.
Sounds like property damage to me. And then he blasts the crew and they get launched. And Luffy is like, is that supposed to get the death penalty?
Seems like excessive punishment.
Oh, I think this Jinbei's going, is that supposed to get the death penalty? Seems like excessive punishment. And Luffy goes, we gotta fight back before he gets the best of us. And then Jinbei goes, it's justified self-defense if you ignore the part about us being pirates. Sounds good. Sorry, man. And then it shows Luffy preparing to hit Kuma with a full-force third-gear elephant gun as he goes, and as this police Kuma is preparing to blast him with his hands, he goes, gum, gum, and then he looks to his side and he sees Bonnie, and Bonnie proceeds to, heel kick, swing her leg around, and kick Luffy directly in the face, going, stop! She kicks Luffy in the face and stops him. And in the process, this police Kuma tries to shoot in the direction of the crew as Luffy shoots in the direction of the crew, and there's a massive explosion. And then Luffy screams, hey, what was that for, Bonnie? He was shooting a laser. I should at least get to punch him. And then she says, that's my daddy.
Huh? And he's my only family. So, the dad who got turned into a cyborg?
What's Kuma?
Please, I'm begging you. Please don't hurt my daddy.
Yo, she is his daughter. She is his daughter. Oh! Oh! I was kind of skeptical, wondering if she was legitimately Kuma's daughter. Or if she was just adopted by him. But I feel like she really is, because it cuts to Kuma when he was younger and in different clothes. And for some odd reason, he's kind of like got scratch marks all over his body, like he's been roughed up recently. But it shows Bonnie just crying her eyes out, even snot coming out of her nose and even drooling out of her mouth a little bit. She's sweating and she's crying, saying, please don't hurt my daddy. And it shows Kuma on the side holding up a young Bonnie, and he's smiling. And I can't tell, does he have glasses on? I can't tell if he has glasses on, because we've never been able to tell if that's really Kuma's eyes or if those are protective lenses he got put in place of his eyes. But it shows Kuma, apparently, holding up a very young baby Bonnie. And then it cuts to Luffy as he screams out, "Run, dummy, it's a pacifista!" And then one side of the island completely explodes from this police Kuma shooting a laser out of his mouth, and the resulting explosion causes a massive half of the coast of the island to just go up in flames. And then we cut to a stretch of new sea. It cuts to a stretch of sea, new world, and it cuts to it cuts to one of the Blackbeard pirate ships sailing, and we get a and then we cut to the Polar Tang. It won't hold, Captain! And it cuts, it's the Heart Pirates. It's Law. It's Law. And it's Law, as Law's going, one more hit and the water pressure will crush the sub. Rise to the surface. There's no escape! Lands close by, to the northeast. Prepare for battle! Hurry! Cause for some odd reason, Law... For some reason, Law's been turned into a woman. The internet is gonna have a field day with this. But Law has been turned into a woman for some reason. And even Beppo in the background has been turned into a woman. Well, female, but as Law, currently turned into a woman, goes, prepare for battle, hurry! And then it cuts to Shachi and Penguin going, you look fantastic, Captain. Don't make me beat you over the head. Oh, shoot! And then Shachi and Penguin start turning into women. Like, literally, right then and there. Because apparently, Shachi was turned into a woman. And then, after touching Penguin, Penguin turns into a woman. Don't touch anyone else who's already got it. This power can infect other people. It'll change your gender. But I learned something in that Emperor fight. You can break through, and then it shows Law trying to focus. You can break through. Those powers can't withstand intense enough hockey. And then it cuts to the Polar Tang crashing to the surface as they scream, we've surfaced, Captain! And then it cuts to Law, who turns back into a dude again. Ah! And then it cuts to, yo, it's Doc Q and Van Auger. Yo, we're seeing. And then it cuts to Doc Q as he goes, so he broke through the disease. Doc Q did it. Doc Q let loose a virus that can turn people into a different gender.
So he broke through the disease. He's worth 3 billion for a reason. And once he's broken through, his antibodies will spread just as the illness did. Did you have fun with the feminization disease?
It's a devil fruit power. Doc Q with the sick fruit. Excuse me! Doc Q with the sick fruit. His entire power is making diseases. He can make any disease. What?
Did you have fun with the feminization disease?
Doc Q with the sick fruit. And then it cuts to Van Augur. Burgess, we're moving to the island. Okay. Van Augur with the warp fruit. And oh my goodness, the Blackbeard pirates have overpowered powers. Van Augur with the warp fruit. And Van Augur just teleports from off the ship. And then it cuts to the island, which I believe Van Augur teleported himself to. And it cuts to a mountain that's suddenly moving as it shows someone's further up. This strong fruit power is unstoppable. Jesus Burgess with the strong fruit. I. Doc Q has a sick fruit, which I'm guessing allows him to make basically any disease. Then we have Van Augur, who has the ability to just teleport. And now we got Jesus Burgess, who has another devil fruit called the strong fruit. Which just makes me wonder, has he always had this devil fruit power? And that's the reason why he's so monstrously strong? He has a devil fruit power that just gives him unlimited strength because he lifts up this entire mountain and holds it above his head and goes, whee! This strong fruit power is unstoppable. And then it just shows the heart pirates who are looking at him on the island as he just keeps laughing. Whee! And then it cuts to the crew going, Burgess? He's lifting a mountain! Wait, when did he land on the island? And then it cuts to Law, who's the minute the Straw Hats the kid pirates and the heart pirates split off, Law runs into Blackbeard and his crew. And Law says, super strength, contagion, teleportation, all of these preposterous powers they've gained through hunting down devil fruits. No wonder their bounties just keep rising. And then Jesus Burgess just throws the mountain at him. This explains why Burgess is so strong. He literally has a devil fruit for strength itself. And he just throws the mountain at him. Here comes the mountain! And then Law just goes, room, and then causes a room to appear right where the rest of the crew is. And then he destroys the mountain. And then we get a it's been a while, Trafalgar Law. And it shows Blackbeard, who is on the back of Doc Q's horse that can also fly, as he's just on them. And it cuts to Law as he goes, why are you here? Now don't be so cold to your fellow worst generation. Straw Hat, Kid, or you, I knew that one of you was going to sail here from Wano. And then it cuts to Doc Q, who's being squished under Blackbeard, because Blackbeard kind of forced his way onto Doc Q's horse.
Commodore, Stronger says you're crushing him, and me.
Go figure that Kaido and Big Mom fell. You've turned the whole world upside down. It's been a blast. Of course, Kaido would have had at least one. And how many have you found? I'll take all your robotic glyphs. And then it cuts to Law, who smiles back at Blackbeard as he goes, same back to you. In this fight, winner takes all. To be continued. Blackbeard is going after Kid, Law, and Luffy in the hopes of getting his hands on the Roponeglyph information. And he's going after Law first. Also, I forgot to read out Stronger. Stronger here, of the Horse Hort fruit, mythical type, Stronger, Doc Q's horse, with the Horse fruit, mythical type, model Pegasus. So now, not even Stronger, the horse has a devil fruit power that allows him to fly like a Pegasus, all from them hunting down devil fruit users. What in the name of Jesus was this chapter? Good Lord. 14 people watching. Hey, everybody. But my mind is not. My mind is out. It's gone. It's gone. And we don't have a break. That's the scary thing. I can tell you had fun voicing Doc Q, Van Augur, and Burgess for the first time. I did. And also, we now have seen basically everyone, because I believe the last we seen was the last person we have. Actually, the one person we're still missing is San Juan Wolf. But he already has a devil fruit power that allows him to change his size, which begs the question, how is he able to move through the ocean as big as he is if he has a devil fruit power? But great voices. Well, thank you, Neil. I thank you. I enjoyed voicing Van Augur. I enjoyed voicing Doc Q. I enjoyed voicing Jesus Burgess. And then Law and everyone else saying Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach. I enjoyed voicing all of them, but this confuses me to no end. Can we just go over what just happened at the beginning of this chapter? First and foremost, Bonnie, Luffy, and company both get brand new clothes, and they get chased by a Kuma pacifista that's watching over the area. And Bonnie wants to save it because she thinks that's her dad. Because apparently, it is in fact true that Kuma is Bonnie's dad. Like, it shows a flashback where she's being held up by Kuma. But it makes me wonder, the way that Kuma looked in the flashback, it looks like he was like disheveled and in like poor people's clothes, which makes me wonder if this was Kuma after he no longer was the king of the Sorbet Kingdom. So that makes me think of that. But that's going on. And the crew gets new clothes, futuristic looking clothes, and they get chased by this pacifista, which winds up blowing out a massive hole on the side of Egghead Island. So I wonder if the other Straw Hats sensed that. But then we cut to the Polar Tang being chased by the Blackbeard pirates with Blackbeard there, Burgess there, Doc Q there, Van Augur there. And we find out that they all have overpowered devil fruits. Because during the whole altercation that the Heart Pirates went through, Doc Q infected the member of the Heart Pirates with a contagion that would turn them into women. And it would spread by touch. Then we find out that Van Augur, the sniper, has the ability to teleport to the island. Well, just the ability to teleport. Like Doc Q has the sick fruit. Then we see that Van Augur has the warp fruit, which, like, that's overpowered, okay? I've seen people move fast enough where it appears like they're teleporting. But now we have a devil fruit that literally allows you to teleport, period. Speed is one thing, but now you got someone who can just that is by far, that makes Van Augur far more dangerous than he's ever been. Because as a sniper, and I can't say from the position of a sniper, but I know that snipers rarely stay in one place for very long in order to keep the enemy guessing so they can continue to snipe. But that requires a lot of movement, a lot of preparation. It takes time for you to get to one spot to the other. It's not as simple as like take your shot and immediately run off. You got to do it in a way where you're not detected. Van Augur, the sniper, the marksman of the Blackbeard Pirates, has a devil fruit that completely cuts out the middleman that is required for a sniper to pick a new position. He can literally just take a shot, teleport, take a shot, teleport, take a shot, and it would be very difficult for you to pin him down simply because his devil fruit allows him to be literally anywhere, to snipe from literally anywhere. Usopp needs to get that observation hockey on point now so he can sense where Van Augur is. I know I'm going off. But it's just like, and then we have Jesus Burgess that has the strong fruit. Who knows how long he's had this devil fruit? I wouldn't be surprised if he's had that devil fruit ever since he was reintroduced into the story back in Dressrosa. And that's pretty much the way he was, not one of the ways he was able to eliminate, Block D or Block C in just one instance. He literally used the power of the strong fruit. Now, we don't know what these powers, the full description of these powers are, because they're not explained. We're just told the name of these fruits. And he's strong enough to just literally rip up a mountain and then throw it. Just a whole mountain. I remember back in 1056 when Law was bragging that Northeast would allow him to move the farthest ahead. Unfortunately, the quickest way is never the easiest. Exactly! Oh my goodness! He picked a way that put him on the quickest path. But that doesn't mean it's without danger. And then we get Blackbeard, who's shown up because he knows that since Law, Luffy, and Kid were in Wano, they had to have found the road poneglyph, especially after bringing down both Kaido and Big Mom. He knows that Kaido had a road poneglyph, so he's coming after those three to find out what they know and get the information from them. We're not going on break. We're about to have a Law versus Blackbeard altercation. Law just left Wano having dealt with one other Yonko. Now he's heading face first into another altercation by someone who wants to take over the entire world and rule it. Not to mention, pretty much almost took out Boa Hancock had it not been for the intervention of Rayleigh. And now it's practically confirmed Blackbeard has Conqueror's Haki coding. Is it, though? Is it confirmed? Is it, though? Is it, though? Like, the thing I'm wondering, though. Straw Hat, Kid, or you, I knew that one of you was going to sail here from Wano. Go figure that Kaido and Big Mom fell. You've turned the whole world upside down. It's been a blast. He's like saying like this is going to be the last time he ever sees Law. Of course, Kaido would have had at least one. And how many have you found? I'll take all your road poneglyphs. And then Law says, same to you. In this fight, winner takes all. Man. Page 10. You say page 10. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, so you can break through those powers. You can break through. Those powers can't withstand intense enough hockey. Are you talking about Law saying that? I feel like it. That I don't think that confirms that Blackbeard has Conquerors, though. Or at least knows about Conqueror's coding or can use Conqueror's coding. I feel Law is saying this because if your hockey's strong enough, then you can break through the sick fruit powers, which is what allows him to turn back into a dude. At least that's what I'm getting. Cover story point, sure, it's a little obvious, but Awakened Pudding can read Poneglyphs, and now Kiji is working with Blackbeard on top of the page where Blackbeard is laughing. Now, here's the thing, though. He's laughing, but also remember... Oh, wait. Wait, are you talking about the black lightning that's coming off of the impact area? I didn't notice that. There's like electricity in the air, like black lightning that's in the air. From the point where Law's ship gets punched underwater, and I'm pretty sure he's using the Gura no Mi in order to punch the sub deep underwater. But there's black lightning coming from the impact point. Huh. Interesting. Hold on. Let's do this. One Piece 1063. The fact that we're not going on break from this. Are you crazy? The fact that we are not going on break from this. So going through the notes here. Atlas leaves Luffy's group. Luffy finds a machine which allows his group to change their clothes. After exploring the area, Luffy's group is confronted by a pacifista resembling Kuma, working as law enforcement, which attacks them. Bonnie stops Luffy from fighting due to its resemblance to Kuma, breaking down in tears as the pacifista continues its attack. This causes Luffy's group to realize that Kuma is Bonnie's father. Elsewhere, the Blackbeard pirates attack the Heart Pirates. Their target is the roll poneglyph etchings that the Heart Pirates have. Jesus Burgess, Van Augur, Doc Q, and Stronger now have Devil Fruit powers. So apparently, no. He did not have the strong fruit. That's just him being strong. So now he has a Devil Fruit after all the things that we've seen. Burgess now has the Riki no Mi that grants him superhuman strength. That would explain why he wasn't tired in the water. He did not have a Devil Fruit power back then. Sorry, some things just slipped my mind concerning the Dressrosa arc. So before anyone corrects me on how Burgess didn't have any Devil Fruit powers during the Dressrosa arc, I correct it myself. Burgess now has the Riki no Mi that grants him superhuman strength. What do we call what he had before? Augur now has the Wapu no Mi that gives him teleportation powers. And Doc Q now has the Shiku no Mi that causes him to infect people with diseases. He uses this power to temporarily gender swap the Heart Pirates. Law reveals that after his fight with Big Mom and Kaido, he has learned that if one possesses Haki that is powerful enough, it can reverse the effects of Devil Fruit powers, which is used to nullify the effects of Doc Q's attack. That's an interesting point. If your Haki is strong enough, it can nullify the effects of Devil Fruit powers themselves. Which kind of, when you think about it, it kind of explains how Shanks' sword wasn't melted by Akainu's lava way back then. If your Haki is strong enough, it can nullify the effects of Devil Fruit powers itself. Dude, I can't wait for the long summary of this. Stronger now has the Uma Uma no Mi model Pegasus, granting him the power of flight. After arriving at a nearby island, Law prepares to face off against Blackbeard with the robe poneglyph etchings as the reward. I am so flabbergasted. What's the feeling on whether it's Burgess versus Sanji, Jinbei, or Frankie? I just like, let me just go through the comments you guys have said. Let me just go. I gotta go see through. I gotta see this through. Bonnie can make lots of clothes look good. Jinbei got Goaty with that outfit. Space Channel 9. Thank you, CJ. That's the game I was meaning. Boy, does Jinbei love his Hawaiian shirts. He really does. Jet Set Radio Future Like, but we already know that the real Kuma is with the Revolutionary Army. Yes, we know that, but they don't know. Love Bonnie's kick here. Odo's so good at drawing strikes. Still can't prove a blood relation, but she is his daughter. Intriguing. This was revealed last chapter. No, I know that she said it, but I was still skeptical because we've seen familial relations with characters in One Piece. Sometimes they're actually blood related. Other times they're just through familial bonds. So I just wanted a pure confirmation, like the pages actually say that she's her father, like outright. I just wanted that. I wanted that full closure. Bonnie can throw hands and legs. She can compete with Sanji. Remember the rumors when people were saying that she was Kuma's mother? That theory has been debunked. He looks like Cobra and Silver's Rayleigh. It's the hair, isn't it? Here we go. Conqueror's Haki confirmed. Girl Beppo is best girl. Darn it, Law is about to get destroyed by Teach. Why? What the Law was a trap all along. Joking. Here comes the artwork. Doc Q's fruit is sick. Literally, I'll show myself out. Get out! Get out. Teleporting Sniper, he has every vantage point. He really does. Straw Hats are going to need a serious upgrade from Vegapunk. RIP Law, he's finished. Methinks Burgess didn't have that fruit in Dressrosa. Yeah, I had to correct myself. If he doesn't have a strong Haki, then he would be a goner. Thanks to Doc Q, Law can be one of the many, many princesses Luffy can rescue in the Rescue All Princesses arc. Oh, stop. Law just fought Kaido and Big Mom and then defeated Big Mom, but he got a help from Kid. Law wouldn't defeat Big Mom without Kid. Doesn't help that Law's crew is trash. I mean, they're strong in their own right, but not enough where they could just hang with Law during a whole fight with a Yonko. I'm excited for Chopper versus Doc Q. Imagine Marines comes in to help Law out. Sword agenda. Chopper's going to be disgusted by a doctor who spreads disease. Yeah. So there's that whole altercation between Doc Q and Chopper, who's under the, Hippocratic Oath. I can tell you had fun. Okay, I went through those. Theory, remember 2 chapters ago how Sword said we can't contact Drake even though he was just in Wano? Seems clear when the raid ended, Law treated Drake, then told Law the Blackbeard event. Interesting theory by that person you mentioned, DJ. Very promising set of situations this chapter brings up, from the title story to the entire chapter itself. This chapter was bananas? Yes. Even if Stronger loses stamina and falls into the water, Van Augur can just warp them back on the ship. Man, there's just so much going on with this whole chapter. I wonder where Law is, though, because it doesn't look like Full-Aled, but Blackbeard was expecting him. Maybe an island nearby? I don't know. Law is on Full-Aled Island fighting Teach. Kid might just be raising heck on Elbaf. We don't know where everyone is. We really don't know what this island is. A stretch of sea in the New World. It's just a stretch of sea. It doesn't say outside on the coast of Full-Aled or nearby Full-Aled. There's no full-on description to tell us that we're on island Full-Aled. There's no confirmation. But then again, it could be island Full-Aled and we're just on some different part of it. But hopefully Burgess isn't Hulk-like. I mean, the dude is already massive body-wise, except for his legs. His legs are still, thin in comparison to the rest of the musculature of his body. But the Blackbeard pirates are now fundamentally broken. Because let's go off of the list of all the people. Yeah, it just says that a certain area in the New World. Let's just go off of the devil fruit powers that the current string of Blackbeard pirates have. Shiryu of the Rain has the ability to go invisible. With his swordsmanship, makes him deadly. Katarina Devon has the ability to make herself look like anyone, and it's a superior version of the Body Body no Mi. Bada. No, Body Body no Mi. I think it's the... Hold on, what is the clone? Let me just say clone fruit. Katarina Devon has a mythical Zoan fruit that allows her to look like anyone, which makes it a superior version of the clone fruit because she doesn't have to physically touch a person in order to look like them. Then, now, apparently, we got Doc Q, who can basically make up diseases that can cause different things to happen. We have a sniper who is able to teleport anywhere. Just instant teleportation. Instant transmission everywhere. We have a strongman who has a devil fruit that makes him even fundamentally stronger than he's ever been before. And of course, we got Blackbeard with the Gura no Mi and the Yami no Mi. He's already ridiculously overpowered, but he's also monstrously strong on top of that. We don't know if Avalo Pizarro has a devil fruit. We don't know if Vasco Shot has a devil fruit, and we know San Juan Wolf has one because it allows him to alter his size. But all these different devil fruit powers makes the Blackbeard pirates fundamentally more dangerous than ever. Oda really is setting up the Blackbeard pirates to be the big bad bosses at the end, isn't he? Because think about how dangerous these powers make them, and the positions they have and the powers that they have. It just makes them mad broken across the whole board. We still need to see Avalo Pizarro and Vasco Shot, and not Lafitte, because he already has a devil fruit that allows him to cause little wings that allows him to float. But Avalo Pizarro and Vasco Shot are the only ones who haven't been shown to have devil fruits. But even then, the Blackbeard pirates are still massively broken. The power of the Blackbeard pirates is broken, which will make the Straw Hat Pirates' victory over them that much more satisfying. Exactly. It's like fighting the end boss of Elden Ring at level 1 or level 10. Despite and then that same boss having numerous buffs on them and you still beat them, I feel like it's going to be that kind of satisfaction. But the fact that we're not going on break from this, the final saga Oda hits different, no slow parts, it's just full-on actions like this is insane. It really is. To everyone who's here, this is insanity. We just went from an entire arc where we just went from an entire saga where the intent and purpose was to bring down Kaido. And now we're entering into a brand new saga, and we're getting Blackbeard confrontations right off the bat. It's like, I can't take this. This is too much. Not that I can't handle it, it's just... I said this, and I made a video saying how we were not prepared for what Oda's about to do with the final saga of One Piece. I said it. I made a whole video before Oda even came off of his month-long break. I said we were not ready. This is a clear example. Who would have thought that we would have Law against Blackbeard and his crew literally a couple of chapters in this new saga? Who knew we would have a new Yonko confrontation so soon? I'm like, what is this final saga, bruh? This is too good. Oda is cooking. Oh no, he ain't cooking. He's just raising his hands like the Night King, and the food is just rising. And we're just looking in utter amazement at this power that is just so effortless almost. Kid versus Shanks round 2 next chapter. That 1 month break he took was worth it because he came back stronger. Seriously. This is Oda even stronger after he took 2 years to create the 2-year time gap. for the time skip. And then we have, we literally saw Blackbeard a month ago and he shows up again. Right. It's like, and Ozzy said, people keep saying this is the Laugh Tale saga, but in reality, this is all leading to the real saga, the Throne Wars. I mean, Law did bring this up before. Talking about it's going to be a fight for the throne for One Piece. He did bring this up. I can't remember if it was all the way at the beginning of Wano or sometime in Dressrosa. This is literally Oda saying that this is One Piece. This is what you are getting. It's amazing. I love this story. But Oda had, and it's so, what makes these chapters so good is the fact that we're still oblivious to the direction of where the story is going. Because we had a game plan from Punk Hazard onwards. Now we don't. So now everything that Oda does is probably going to just keep blowing our minds even more. But Oda's not cooking. He's just lifting his hands and the food is making itself. And he's just going like, he doesn't even have to say a word. He's just raising his hands and the full course meal. This is how you know we got Thanksgiving before November even shows up. It's October 16th and we are eating good today. This is a Thanksgiving level meal. Dofi talked about Throne Wars after Dressrosa. His speech was great. Yes, it was not Law. It was Doflamingo. He was talking about the Throne Wars. It was Doflamingo who brought it up. But man, we are eating, as One Piece fans, we are eating good. We are eating so good with these chapters. But let me not keep you here any longer than I already have. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for the support, for me doing this, like reacting to One Piece and everything else I do on this channel. I greatly appreciate it. Abir, Thanksgiving. Yay, Abir. Yes. This is Thanksgiving. But I just want to say thank you, everyone, especially if you're new here on this channel, for taking the time to just watch me today. I really do hope you enjoyed yourselves. As long as you were entertained, then I've done my job, and I seek nothing else. And it's just, that's it. But that's all I got. I got to move on to Jujutsu Kaisen. But I don't even know if Jujutsu is going to be able to top or even match up to the chapter we just got today. I wonder how Roger and Jay the Legend, and pretty much everyone else feels about this chapter and what has just been shown to us. I wonder how they feel. I'm going to have to look them up and see what they think. From one Piece reactioneer to another. But that's all I got. All I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel, and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. Jay loves it. Roger's in Hawaii. He'll react Monday. Oh, okay. No one say anything to Roger. I hope to God that no one spoils him on this chapter like they tried to spoil him with the last one. I hope to God that they don't. Because they're going to hear from me. But I'm done. Later, peoples. Onwards to Jujutsu Kaisen.